Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I've been a professor of constitutional law for 29 years, so I know the relationship between universities and students is sacred. We pledge to teach young people everything we know in order to propel them to become engaged citizens, educated human beings, and effective actors in the economy and the society. When I hear about for-profit colleges and universities ripping off young people and their families and plunging them into debt for unconscionable get-rich-quick schemes, it infuriates me as a professor, as a father, and as a member of the House of Representatives representing the people of Maryland. These rip-off institutions like Corinthian Colleges and ITT Technical Institute, which collapsed last year, leave students with crushing debt, degrees that are not worth the paper they're printed on, and broken promises for the future. The Obama administration adopted the borrower defense rule to authorize the Department of Education to provide debt relief to student borrowers who've been defrauded by these predatory, low-rent, higher ed rip-off academies. In Maryland, we have 3,754 students waiting for the Department of Education to review their borrower defense claims and relieve them of millions of dollars in loans that the American government dispersed to predatory colleges. Secretary Betsy DeVos, who is to education what Attorney General Barr is to justice, is not only keeping the Department of Education from processing 240,000 defrauded borrower claims nationwide, but she has drafted a new rule to make it nearly impossible for students to obtain relief from fraudulent colleges as of June 2020. Secretary DeVos wants to replace a system of higher ed with a new system of higher debt. Under the old rule, groups of students defrauded by a predatory college would have received an automatic loan discharge from the debt from the rip-off institution. Under the new rule, defrauded students would have to submit individualized evidence to the satisfaction of the department that rip-off colleges intentionally misrepresented degree program outcomes, quality of instruction, or job placement opportunities. So even where these Bonnie and Clyde schools clearly violated the law en masse, students can still be denied relief if they can't prove that they were individually and intentionally deceived, if they can't file their claim fast enough, or if they can't document how much financial harm they've personally suffered. Billionaire Secretary DeVos, the patron saint of the rip-off academies, is basically telling working-class kids across America that life isn't fair, and now she's making that the law. Most victims of the higher debt industry will never fully recover from the lost time and opportunity, but by allowing these miseducation hucksters to rip them off, we are implicated as a nation, and we must not fail them again. We must fully forgive every penny that the students were taking a ride for. We must overrule the DeVos rule. I yield back.